I think that the aggression-based matchmaking system that Embark Studios implemented into Arc Raiders a few weeks ago is not a good idea. And as a fan of the game, I am concerned that that decision to split or divide players into friendlies or aggressives is potentially the first step of many steps that will ultimately end up killing the game. And as a fan of the game, I don't want that to happen. I think what makes Arc Raiders so unique and fun and special is the unpredictability of your raid's top side. You don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know what sort of situations you're going to find yourself in. And there is tension created on every run because there is a high likelihood that you're going to run into a situation where you don't make it back alive. And that makes the extracts so rewarding and fun and satisfying. If there was a 95% chance that you were going to make it back with every bit of loot that you find on every single run, what is the fun in that? The threat of death or betrayal or meeting someone who you thought was going to be a problem, who turned out to be a great ally and becomes a friend over time. All of these unexpected experiences are what I think makes Arc Raiders great. And I have a little bit of concern as a fan of the game that if Embark Studios starts to categorize players in different buckets and spread people out, you are destroying the environment and the ecosystem within this sandbox that you created, and you're eliminating diversity on every single topside run. And I think that destroys the game. One of my favorite philosophers, Butterscotch, has a famous quote where he says, well, yeah, I'm sad, but at the same time, I'm really happy that something could make me feel that sad. It's like, it makes me feel alive, you know? It makes me feel human. You can't really appreciate the good times unless you have some bad times. You can't really appreciate a successful extract if every single extract is successful. You have to have some times where people betray you, where they take your loot that you didn't think you were going to find, and you feel real loss. I think that Embark Studios knows what they're doing, and I'm sure everything will be just fine. But I don't know. I would feel better just putting this dumb video out there and saying my piece as a fan of the game and as a gamer, that I think the game has something very special going on. And there are way too many examples of development studios listening to vocal minorities within a player base and catering to that minority and destroying their game. So to summarize all this here at the end, I think that it is important to keep everybody in the same pool, and that makes friendly engagements more rewarding because you don't always have friendly engagements. You don't always meet people who are bloodthirsty. Sometimes you meet people who are really nice and they help you out. Other times you meet possibly the biggest psychopath that has ever existed. But it's that dynamic that makes the good times more fun and special and makes the bad times hurt a bit more. And each of those two things complement one another and make the game better as an end product. I don't think that you can remove one of those two components and expect the topside raid lobbies to be as fun.